was like, okay, I'm gonna know this lady. And I think she's a stalker because she knows my real name. Only my family knows my real name. So then she said who she was, and I thought it was so cool to be this far and have somebody reach out to me. I'm always honored when anybody reaches out to want to hear what it is that I do. I am a poet. I have 6 books out. My next book that comes out is not going to be poetry, although it's very controversial, so everybody will get to enjoy that. I thought I'd have it ready for tonight so everybody could get a copy, compliments of hot, but fortunately it's not ready yet. If you're my Facebook friend, then you probably know what that book is already. We'll be raffling off some things, so if you want to put your name in the heart-shaped glass, for each time you put your name, it's 50 cents, or 3 names for $1. So just throw your name in there and have some really awesome prizes that are giving out tonight. We have on our list of performers tonight, we have Dragonfly, who is a poet. That's really good around this part. He also has a book out, which is over here on the table. What's the title of your book? Sorry. Gamma. Everybody get that? Gamma. That's it. Nothing else. Gamma. So pick the book up. Network with this gentleman. He's awesome at what he does. We have Miss Robin Bond. And we have another queen in the house. Man, all these queens. Queen Alexis is going to be performing tonight. GPA, of course, who was not present at the time. Robert Soul Hardaway, Lorotica, and my favorite comedian in the whole wide world, okay, Chicago, Miss Holly is going to be performing tonight. And you're going to absolutely love it. Do not leave if you have not seen Holly perform. That's all I'm going to say. But she's not like anybody else. She's not a poet. She's very funny, and you'll love her. I'm her number one fan. So nobody try to take my spot. I'm stalkerish, just a little. She's awesome, though. And then of course myself, I will be performing. So I want to call up. Did I tell you my story already? Okay, my story is I came to Chicago because I have this awesome partner. His name is GPA. For those who don't know him, his initials are the greatest poet alive. He is the most electrifying man in poetry, and he's also known as Mr. Orgasm. He has these great books out. He does great poetry as well. Very passionate, very, 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 very skilled. Don't tell him I said that because he's not here to hear it, so whatever. I came here to build a team with this gentleman. So I'm here, and this is kind of how you know sometimes that God is working with you. Because if it's working against you, everything goes wrong. I came here, week after I was here, got a job. Week after that, a few weeks after that, got my own place. And now I've been promoted on my job and making just a little bit more money. So anytime you figuring something is tough, that's because you didn't rely on God in the first place. And I mean, you should really think about that anytime. So that to my family when they're crying, like, if it's of God, then you won't be standing here crying to me right now. That's all I'm saying. I can't go to God for you. You got to go to Him for you. Okay. So now that I said, I'm very spiritual. So no matter what I do on this stage tonight, remember that, okay? And what happens here, stays here, except for that camera that's going to be broadcasting us live. So we are being broadcasted live, just for those who didn't know. Rob Griffin does a radio show, and he's also on iHeartRadio. So I'm very honored that he came out to broadcast this show. Normally this show is done in Sacramento, but this year it's here by Bonnie Jean, who is our photographer, you will see her flashing you a lot. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. You might show up in my poem or on, on my Facebook page or something. Don't be offended. Then we have Miss Deborah, who is the owner of this lovely facility. So if you run out of chocolate that was complimentary, please help yourself to Deborah's fine chocolate. So our first performer tonight, yeah, I like my cigar lighter. I don't like smoke. I hate smoke. That's why I sound big. Well, that's not the only reason why I sound big, because you can't smoke inside. But it's just for props. But I look cool, right? I'm not going to smoke. Our first performer tonight is a poet. He's an awesome poet. It's funny because I met him before I actually saw him. So he would call my phone and be like, hey, Kai, where the next poetry is going to be? And I'm like, who's this guy? I'm like, why is he calling me? Like, I'm in California. And he didn't know that, though. So he's a great poet. He's awesome at what he does. So please, everybody give a round of applause. A healthy round of applause to Dragonfly.
Hello. Happy belated Valentine's Day. Woo! Anybody have a bad one? Anybody have a bad one? All right. What's up? This is good here. Good here. All right. You alone? That's the best stuff. Love yourself. All right. Like you said, I have books to the left called Gasm, First Poetic Anthology. Yes, the making. So it's real nice to look at. So check it out. I used to be alone with somebody who got sick one time. Mortally sick. I kind of had to come to terms with that. And I tend to jest a lot in serious situations. So she asked me one time, she was like, what happens? Maybe like if I die, what are you gonna be okay? I'm like, no, I'm gonna find a new girlfriend, or you do, pretty much what I'm doing. So she didn't like that. It wasn't funny. It's like, well, it's funny now. I ended up writing this, so I can have to deal with that. I don't know what to do with that. God, you died. I'd see to it that the earth would shine when you fell. I'd craft this universe to my design. In a spell, let Apollo know his days are mine. And the night, I produce that to a blaze of time. And your smile, I enhance from a page of rhyme to a manuscript which will preserve your heart and mind. Full of poems I will strive to keep your soul inclined, so that those who come hereafter get to know sublime. And the shrine I built for you would poke a hole in the sun. It would stun the rays from heaven's oceans, bow to none, break the vines that keep the sky afloat and clouds among rolling stars. And teach Olympians of how it's done, I would cry. But my tears would not know how to run, so my thoughts and memories would weigh 1,000 tons if you went to hell like I have in 1,000 tons. A million women out there for me right now. And you listen. And again, hark my spirit, because you passed it from underground, you laughed at you. Through all the grass, soil, stone, wood, and brass, I bear it. I take the crash, psychological stash, and wear it. Like a stash connected me to a past experience. And my wrath possesses no aftermath, so fear it. All the trash that wanders the land of fast, I clear it so nothing's left but death, carnage, and mass hysteria. Yes. Yes. Again, before I get to say my name is Dragonfly. Everybody say Dragonfly. Even the people that my flows, you say Dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
See my name will sound better when you're screaming. I'll make you come with every letter till you dream of it. But before we get together, I'm gonna have to get you wetter than Louisiana weather when you're dreaming it. See, every time I speak on free love, your eyes get lit. But every time I taste your beach flowers, you're dying. Dying that the tryptamine sketches God upon your screen while I'm nodding in between your knees. Your thighs will break. While I'm choking, I'm still poking at your creamy lips. Neck is broken, but I'm stroking till you're feverish. Steady gripping at your frame, no two licks will feel the same. You'll go off before you came. Now you're breathing stuff. I'm in control. Now you're limber. I'm in your soul saying timber, so you lean a bit. Taking chances, playing games, like your ass, take your hands. No romance, but mine remains when I'm dancing around your brain. Let my tongue unlock your chains. Waterboard me till you drain. Just enhance me with your brains. Shit, I need to say.
One more, please. One more.
Alright, it's a love story. Okay? Alright. There was this red dress that she always wore for confidence. These both were used, so her ego was mountains. Even though she couldn't achieve no real happiness, because below her cute little face and her gelatinous waist was a real lacking. Don't waste time chasing after it. No man would ever straddle her pace or match her chattering. She's too good for you. She knew you couldn't handle it, so till she found the DVD sheet, remained anonymous. Heat was like an animal seeking only rape. Beasting in the bed, and then peace was all he said when he leaped another body in pieces laying dead. But no one ever triggered the feet then in his head. We all know where the story is leading. Ain't no sense in me treating you like ignorant creep. So instead, I'll speed through the parts where they meet and how the chemistry's sweet. Get some drinks and they eat and then she spreads. Of course, this pattern happens for weeks till one eventually cheats or insecurity peaks and tears are shed. But it's just like how it happens on TV. One explains, one believes, and then decides not to leave, and I roll the credits. But most real people don't look for reasons for our moments of weakness. We just pick up and leave and look ahead. We tell ourselves emotions are fleeting, that true love should be easy, like we're stuck in some cheesy book we read. Romance doesn't happen that frequent, like some type of sequence we can play till it beats us, then we set. Don't fall in love with people that treat them like the changing the seasons. Get mad when the leaves keep turning red. Woo!
It's Dragonfly. Another round of applause. Thank you for that third piece. So, again, I'll say, if you haven't put your name in the raffle, put your name in the raffle. 50 cents or $3 for $1. $1 for 3. That's right. $1 for 3. But I got some really great companies. You'll like them. So, the next person I'm going to call up, she's awesome. She's a fabulous lady. I got to see her perform the first time a few years ago, and I thought that, wow. That's all I could say. It was wow. She is very, very, very soulful. And tonight she's giving us some little different stuff. She has a CD coming out in March, September. I was trying to get her to do it in March, but okay. September. Everybody, put your hands together for Miss Queen. Queen Alexa.
Y'all give it up for Dragonfly. I'm in love with you. I said, I am in love with you. Love has never felt so good. And love has never tasted so sweet. And love has never made my heart sing until love introduced you to me. A man who has never been ashamed to be original. All others just mere replicas of this divine chemistry. Love has never felt so good. And love has never tasted so sweet. And love has never breathed life through me. I was dead. That line by lust, resuscitation, broken and bruised, without no inspiration to love again, to hope again, to breathe again, until love sent you. An answer to my heart's cry. You saved me from my demise. I can't remember the last time I cried. A pillowcase once soaked in tears is now dry. I feel so wonderful. I must be a virgin because this feels like the very first time. I feel so alive. Graced by love's eloquence and pride, you bring me joy. Every time I look into those eyes, you give me hope and courage to pursue love's stride. And though many say that this is too soon, I can't help but to proclaim that I am in love with you. I'm going to give you a snippet because it's a very long piece to Simply Woman that's coming out September 27th. Don't have her, it's not coming out in March. But September 27th, I will be releasing my second CD, Simply Woman. I have a CD already called Mountain Queen. Give me your email address and I will let you know when I have more copies of that. And this piece, y'all pray for me, okay? This is a confession of a mistress. He was a smooth chocolate brown, so fade, full round lips, Leo sultry acoustic style soul brother. Everything about this brother exudes music. From the voice he speaks from his head to his feet, this man was music and sexy. But the whole thing about him is he was not ever to belong to me. See, he was just married, just got married, newlywed to a beautiful, lovely bride. And when you can tell in her eyes and you can tell in his stride that they are just newlyweds. Her bloom and his bride. But his eyes was focused on my eyes. And my eyes and my lips and my curve. He was impressed with what he saw. He was impressed by how I sound when I speak. He was impressed by how I walk. Even though he was Even though he wasn't mine, he was everything a woman needs. Physically. Great smile, great physique, and everything. This man was a victim. And I should not have been thinking in my mind of how to get him between my thighs so I could help him. I wanted him. And he wanted me. So behind the scenes, behind his wife and the husband seen me and he would have our meetings. He'll tell her it's a business, but this was a very sexy meeting. Either was it backseat of the car, my house, hotel, little bit long, we had our meetings. What's supposed to be a one-night stand ended up turning into a 2.5-year night freak. Didn't know that what should have been lust actually went from lust to intimacy to we were actually in love with each other. And I found myself doing what I never thought I was going to do. Say to him, baby, please, I'll do whatever it takes for you to leave your wife. Let me take her place. Obviously, she's not doing what she's supposed to do, so let me be that to you. He agreed. But knowing the lies that he keeps on telling me, he keeps telling me it's going to happen. When? Soon, baby. Soon. I love your eyes. The way they shimmer and glimmer in the sunlight. The way they shine in the moonlight. God, I love your eyes. I love your hands. The way they mold and sculpt the essence of my being. The way they hold my heart when it's weeping. God, man, I love your hands. I love your arms. The way they look when you flex those muscles. The way they lift me without any struggle. I love your arms. I love your heart. Your sweet, beautiful heart. The way you love me, kiss me, and hold me is just amazing. Simply lovely. I love your heart. That's it.
We just can't trust them. Except for so, give Miss Queen another round of applause. She's got to leave it. Are you guys enjoying yourself so far? I know, because I got someone in the back, that's why I'm sluggish about. Yeah, I can tell because she laughed. But y'all like my shoes, right?
Oh, yes.
Before I bring up the next poet, ladies, you know, gentlemen, I know you're here, but it's a lady moment right now, okay? So just act like you don't hear what I'm saying, okay? Ladies, you guys know when he takes you through that up and down, that back and forth, that emotional crap that gets on your nerves. One minute he loves you or you love him, the next minute you don't, because he did something you don't like, he take out the trash, or, you know, he wants you to tell him that he looks good a whole bunch of times. gone through that. Like, I've gone through that, and so I write about all that stuff. So a lot of my writing comes from a real place. I don't believe in writing fictitiously as far as love is concerned. I think that if you're going to be a writer, you should find a really, even if it's not your story, it's somebody's story. So you should definitely find that. Okay, just give me 2 seconds, because Miss Roberta Miles is about to walk through the door. Miss Roberta Miles is here. Oh my God! I love that lady. She is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do something before I bring up the next performer really quickly that falls along those lines of going through this back and forth emotional stuff that you men take us through on, on occasion, except for the good ones. And I think there are a few good. You're a good one. Abram, I know. Abram. Okay, so when the bad ones get here, then I can tell that story again. Last night I cried, tossed and turned, woke up with dry eyes, my mind was racing, feet were pacing. Lord help me, please tell me what I have gotten into. Ran my 3 miles to clear my mind, it always helps me out. It's my therapy when I'm losing it, which is usually, hey, I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. But I can't get off. Yesterday, I told myself I was gonna be okay. Gonna start a new day truly happy. I was gonna take control of me. But eventually reality hit me. So this is the emotionally. And I opened my eyes to realize that I was still being taken for a constant ride on your. Ooh, baby, love was never healthy for me. Hoping I can get off this emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. But I can't get off. I was on Blog Talk Radio show, so I always have somebody say, can I hear a whole song? And of course, the people that requested that, they're not here. So I'm going to bring up the next poet. This lady is awesome. She does these really great pieces that I absolutely love. And I'm not big on people reading off of paper, but you would never know that that's what she was doing because she does this thing so well that you can't help but to want to hear her over and over and over. So I'm hoping she'll do the stuff that I like opposed to what other people like because it's really well, it's not about me really, but it could be. So let's give a big round of applause, please, for this lovely lady, Miss Robin. Robin, did you know I was about to bring you up here? Yeah. Oh, my God. I love you. You're absolutely wonderful. Did you need a sign?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hey. First of all, Todd, thank you for putting all this stuff together. It's really awesome.
You're awesome.
And GPA is in here, and I'm doing his home. And he asked me to do.
He's on his way. He is on his way. He's en route.
He's always in
Right.
I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me I miss the moon. I miss the carnal dance between body and time. The melody ripped a current. My wings are bent. I fly and fall in unequal parts. Sometimes I don't know where the sky is. I look down at the clouds tangled inside my ankles. But there is something intimate about shredded bone and tissue, about molding misshapen body parts into something unrecognizable. What if I could unzip my skin, map the geography of each bruise, peel away each layer of heart, and scoop out the origins of me? I am an ocean split open, praying for the tide to wash clean these bloody parts. I'm the wind ripped threadbare. Sometimes I want to climb inside each eyelid to taste the salt on my lips. The clean and the condensation of sadness. You trace the scars that dance along the curves of my body. I love you. Your words scrape away at the edges of my fingertips. I watch your face, looking for a glimpse of my smile. I don't believe you. If only I could gather up the whole of me back through my ankles. Maybe then. Woo! Now this was supposed to be for GPA, but he's not here, so screw him. How many people, this is a week of love, how many people met that are in a relationship met online? Or have you had one-night stands meeting someone online? Have done any dating online? So this is sort of my ode to dating online, and this is called pushback.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Lucky girl 152. 15 years and 2 kids. She misses his taste, his fingertips still imprinted on her heart and pillowcases. So much time in between. But who would wonder now? Point click. There's found 101. He is just a nice guy. A plain Joe with a beer belly. The rest is mono. If he makes contact, will she respond? Point click. Daddy's little girl. She loves the taste of women. The blood is thicker than happy life. She will honor her parents, marry, and spawn. Would he see through her charade? Would he encourage her little secrets? Point click. Ladies man 69, he has one mistress. Ledgers and portfolios his only love. But what about sex? Can he just find sex? Point click. Deeper meaning number 10. She trusts enough to text her number. Entertaining conversation is the promise. Once fabulous, baby. Point click. Rachel's dad, number 1. He has kids, she doesn't. How can she understand? She will never be first. His kids, his love, his joy will always be first. She can never be. Point click. What if I'm not thin enough? What if I'm not wealthy enough? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm just too goddamn old? Point click. No matches found. Throughout life, we have a lot of first kisses. How many people remember their first kisses? You know, there's the first kiss when you're like 10, and then when you're in there's the first girlfriend, the first boyfriend, first girlfriend, first lover, first marriage, second marriage, divorce, third marriage. And all these different kinds of first kisses. So this is my homage to the first kiss. That first kiss, the seal of a promise of lingering, of longing, of lasting, the greeting of tongues and lips and mouth and teeth. No pretense of fairy tale, just hard and dirty. An invitation to surrender to lust, to draw blood and salt. Anticipation transforms into liquid whimsy, a slippery taste to coat the roof of her mouth. Unspoken conversation between fingertips and blushes. His hands will moan her into pleasure. She longs to be kissed at right angles, tattooed with his tongue, incomplete sentences. I love you, strewn across her throat. His arms will break creases into smiles between thigh and breast. Sorry. Sandpaper tongue carves desire into flesh. His stain will quench her mouth. Lips flower orchids or made a cactus heel, leaving scars painted into each breath. Body parts spin pheromones into orgasms. His first kiss, bound by lust, a prize to be claimed. This is for you. How many people love chocolate? Woo-hoo! For those of you who know me, I confess I am a chocoholic, and that's never going away. You can attest to when I come here, I just leave with lots of chocolate bag. So this is my ode to chocolate. I'm not looking for Mr. Goodbar. Mars told me he could make me sing just like a symphony. I told him he was chock full of nuts. Mrs. Fields gave me Ben and Jerry, offered me kisses, thought they could score, make my heart melt away, but their game was slower than turtles. Rollo offered up his Chucky bar, but he was no bigger than a junior mint at the top of those luscious calories. Oh God, I need those luscious calories. Kit Kat and Peppermint Patty offered to switch it, but he wanted to offer me his hard, dark nuggets. Yeah. At last I found them. The three musketeers, they wrapped themselves around me with their buttery fingers, their mouths melted in my mouth, not in my hands. They took me to the Milky Way and back. You snickered at my almond joy. All you could say, seventh heaven, would always give me Baby Ruth.
This is a live broadcast. It's being broadcast. So I wanted to, Ron Griffin is attempting to post on my page every snippet of you guys. He couldn't do that. You know, I had it set up so I can't just be posting stuff on my page. GPA is en route. And we actually have a couple more performers that should be here that haven't arrived yet. I have a request from Rob Griffin to do something if he's ready. Give him a round of applause. We like talented men. We like men that can multitask and be talented at the same time and do a whole bunch of things. You know, we like that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing tonight? I can hear you. How are you doing tonight?
Great.
Now what I want you to do is don't speak with me. Come on. This is called My Tongue is Strong. I did this piece on my radio show, Rob J. Afternoon Drive on GSJBC Radio, on Saturday 6 Radio. This is called My Tongue is Strong. Now, for those that might have been a little excited, the washroom is a little back that way. Because what I'm about to say comes from my heart every special way. My tongue is strong and makes you feel like nothing that you have ever felt before. Making you look up from the floor, feeling that you are no more. Feeling this strong, powerful tongue pulsing against your thighs. Ooh, I'm going to tell you a damn lie. I want you to feel what my face is doing across your cheek. Ooh, am I talking about the one that make you smile at the end? as I lick my tongue across my lips, you grab me around my ears and make me tremble. Don't wonder how far and how wet you get. How my tongue stretches as far as the mouth is. I change. Oh, I feel it every day. Whispering sweet, wet words to your ears every day, knowing that your man can't do what I do and say, sweet. Don't take it the wrong way. If you feel like riding it, just come on and say, stick that tongue in that special way. Strong, long. How I just did it all night long, making you wet. Looking at that one eye, I cannot tell a lie. I feed it money every day, making it wet in every special way. Now, if you're not done yet, I think you better go get a tissue to wipe the rest up. Because I'll tell you right now, it's strong and powerful every time I say. Cotton just want to grab me off the stage and pull my ears and say, let's say what you're going to do with your tongue today. Those shoes, as you choose. We have another guest coming upon this stage. I want you to put your hands together and snap it all like that. As Cotton is walking up to the stage right now, my tongue is just stretching out far. Oh, I think I better get a strawberry. That's what I can say. I think my tongue is a little dry. Is there anything wet in here I can make it moist today? I guess that's not enough time to go. Feel my tongue as it rolls.
Never heard it before. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he forgot he was here with us. That was a great stuff. Give Rob another round of applause, please. That was great. Definitely enjoyed that. Again, I got these shoes and sheets. I forgot. So shout out the ladies that she, Sabrina, and the rest of the ladies. They want me to tell you that come down with the shoes. Definitely. So y'all like my shoes? Yeah. Got it. Thank you. See? I didn't have to say nothing. We have another poet who's featuring tonight has definitely arrived. I'm excited. You guys are going to love this gentleman as well. But before I bring him up, I want to thank each of you for coming out. Mr. Lonnie Smith, thank you so much for coming out. Julie, much love to you, ladies, for coming out and showing support to this. And Ms. Roberta Miles, thank you so much for coming. I like putting her on the spot because, yeah. And my cousin, Irene, and her handsome husband, thank you so much for coming out. I have to see, I can't just say her husband, I have to add handsome because we've already been through this, like, if I don't, I'm in trouble, so there you go. Miss Tasha Turner. You know how long I've been trying to get her to come out to a show? It's been about a couple years now. So she's finally here. I just wanted to acknowledge you guys for coming out and supporting what it is that I do. I'm very, very happy that I got such a great crowd of people out here to see. And I just met this young lady, Camille. So the next person I'm going to bring up, I spoke of her earlier, and I'm going out of order because I just want to change it up a little bit. But she is absolutely awesome. You are going to love love her. I am her number one fan. I just want to put that out there. So after you see her, don't think you can take my spot. I had to tell her best friend that he really wasn't her number one fan. I am. So I got a phone number. She, I had it. I know where she lives. She don't know that. I told her if she called the police, they wouldn't believe her anyway because I'm soft spoken. So I would say something like, "Officer, that's not good. She's talking." I would say that. Give a great round of applause for Miss Holly.
And the theme is love. Who doesn't love love? I'm in my 30s, and I am not married yet. I'm not concerned, but my family is. My dad lives in Massachusetts, and he's trying to be a matchmaker. He called me the other day, and he was like, "Holly, one of my coworkers, she knows a guy in Indiana. He's a makeup artist / masseuse, has a real hard time dating, because everyone thinks he's gay." I gave you a number. Gotta start somewhere. Do I? So, I'm going to go to my first piece. So, I take you now to a bar. How am I? I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, my recent breakup was like the best thing that happened to me. I mean, I cry a lot, and I haven't slept in my bed in weeks, but I'm in such a good place. And you know what? I'm an over-communicator, and apparently that was too much for him. So I feel bad for him, A guy in his 30s doesn't know how to communicate. Like, how sad are you? How sad. Like, I'm worried about him now, He already started dating a 22-year-old, so. Hello? Cry for help. We hear you. We are concerned. I mean, I get it. Breakups are hard, I get lonely and depressed. You know what? When I need someone to talk to, I just think of a bottle and drink. Because you want to numb that pain. You want to burn those feelings. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This has been the best first date I've been on in a long time. Where are you going? I'm fine. Well, fine. Now you are probably wondering, Holly, is that about you? And it's not. It's about a friend of a friend. And just in case you weren't wondering, she is mine. She's good. I mean, I don't have a problem dating, I'm meeting men all the time, I work from home. I go to an all-women's gym. And I live with a gay man and an 18-year-old cat named Chloe. I sleep alone every night. This may be shocking to you, but occasionally I can be awkward around men. I know, you're like, not her. She's got it together. I can be real awkward. I was hanging out with a guy, he was in a band, and I thought maybe if I talk band talk, we make a connection, he'd fall in love with me, and all that good stuff. So we were hanging out, and I was like, oh, you're in a band. Well, I play the tangerine. Tambourine! I play that too. Not many people play the tambourine. So messy the juice. Call me! He never called. So, I thought I would mix it up a little bit. I thought I would do a dramatic reading for you all. It's about a little girl lost. A bad girl from the wrong side of the tracks. Spoiler alert, it's me. I thought I would just share a story of my childhood. This is going to be I found on the ground. Gum wrappers, shiny rocks, random buttons. But my real passion was price tags. When my family and I were